One of my favorite sayings is "You're free as a bird," and I like that saying because it just makes me feel so liberated and powerful. Because when you look at a bird, I've always said since I was a kid, like, man, imagine being a bird. You can just get up and fly to wherever you want. When you don't have to pay for a round trip or pay for a plane ticket in general just to go to another part of the world. Yes, they're not humans. Yes, they don't have the same experience as we do. All these luxuries that humans are blessed with, and they're literally not as big as us. But imagine being a bird, bruh. Like, just being so free and independent, especially if you like I'm not talking about like, I mean, all birds can fly, but I'm talking about more so like eagles, like those like eagles and hawks and the ravens, like all the high status birds, the ones that's predators. You know what I'm saying? Um what I really like about that saying is, what do I like most about the saying "You're free as a bird"? It's because in all actuality, you guys, we make our own decisions. God is the one he's running the universe. He's looking after the universe. He's sending his angels to report certain things back to him. But God has eyes everywhere. But at the same time, he also give us dominion over our own life, meaning that we make our own choices, whether good or bad. So that's why I feel like, a lot of people talk down on this generation about how, we just be wild and we ignorant and we spoiled and they call us soft. But one thing I can say about my generation that I love is that we're not settling. Like, we're not settling for the old school way of thinking, like the traditional go to school, you know, pre-K through 12th grade, graduate high school, go to college, get your degree and get a job, start a family, get a okay house, get an okay car, and travel maybe twice a year, like maybe take like 2 or 3 trips a year, have a 401k, just the typical boring bullshit, like average life. You know what I'm saying? My generation not going for that. And like I said, that's one thing I do respect about my generation, because we understand, like, there's other ways to accumulate wealth. There's other ways to live the lifestyle that we truly desire, not what other people want for us. You know what I'm saying? And you can't do nothing but respect it. Like, that's why my generation is full of content creators, full of influencers, full of people making money online, having their own business, with anything. Like, people just having their own business with anything, bro. And it's really truly a beautiful thing to see. And I always say, like, I wish, I don't like using that word wish, but if I could live in any other time besides the time that I'm in right now, it would be the 90s, because the culture was just peak. You had Michael Jordan, you had Michael Jordan, the Bulls, you had the 49ers, you had the Cowboys, you had MJ, I'm talking about Michael Jackson, uh, you had New Edition, and You had man, the music just it was just a vibe in general. The sports industry was just a vibe. Um, Prices were not as crazy as they are at all. Like things were actually affordable back then. Um, the world have always been crazy. I can't say it was a safe place, but from what I heard from back then was my dad told me, you know, I mean, don't do it, but he was like the neighborhoods were definitely way safer than what they are now. Like you can leave your door unlocked back in the day. Nowadays, you better not leave your damn door unlocked. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like living in that time was a, you know, it just seemed like a cool time to be alive as far as the culture and being ahead of your time. You know, if you knew, you knew. Like you had people on the come up that was already into technology and like I'm gonna just throw Michael Jordan out there. Michael Jordan was way ahead of his time. The way that he played on that court, the way that he played with so much swagger and he was just high flying. Like you didn't have players like that. You didn't have too many players like that back then, man. It was a rare thing to see. And yeah, I might be rambling, but I'm just saying that yeah, that time was culturally probably better, economically probably better, but as far as freedom, I feel like my generation got it, bro. I ain't gonna lie, like we don't be trying to hear none of that traditional, like I ain't gonna call it bullshit. I'm not gonna disrespect nobody era or nothing like that, but we don't be really trying to hear that traditional. If it's okay, I respect traditions. I respect originality. Um I respect the ones who came before me, the ones who paved the way for me. But some things is my generation are not yes men. Just because it was done like this back in the day don't mean it have to continue to be done like that. You know what I'm saying? If it don't make sense to us, we not doing it. And that's so liberating. That's freedom for real. Like, bruh, this sponge right here, cause y'all had cut off my hair. Um I cut off my hair, like I had waves. I don't think y'all ever seen that on this channel, but I had waves at first. I used to have a lot of hair, like a whole lot of hair. But when I was in middle school and I was growing out my hair, like it was around this length, I was using a sponge, right? And I remember when these sponges hit the street, bruh, I'm like, yo, like people be coming up with some crazy but some real life genius ideas. Like this was so cool to have in middle school. Everybody had one of these. It's not as popular as it was in middle school. People still use them. As you can see, I'm using it. But like, man, this was the shit when it came out, for real. And I'm saying I'm using this as an example because, bro, whoever created this sponge, they literally got rich off this. You can get rich off something or become wealthy. Forget rich. You can become wealthy off something as simple as this. All you have to do is have a service. You can sell keychains if you can become wealthy off keychains. All you have to do is think of a service, think of a way that you can stand out with the service that you're providing in your industry. See how you could make your product better than whoever is your competition in your certain field. Scale it, and you can become wealthy. Like, yeah, I know I haven't did this yet, but I understand the path to selling a successful product. I understand it. You know, it's easier said than done, of course, but as far as the strategy, it's quite simple. You just have to execute, you know, because I have things I want to do in this life that I'm going to do in this life. I just haven't executed yet, but I do understand. But yeah, man, like we could. Not only then, y'all, I be thinking sometimes. I just be thinking back to like my ancestors and stuff, bro. Like I know y'all be hearing me say that I be driving away, like I said away, driving an hour away from where I stay, right? It's because my girl, she live in a small town, and I believe it's predominantly white people that stay there. And earlier when I stopped there when I left to go work earlier, like early in the morning, y'all know early bird get all the worms, not just one worm. We get all the worms. Stop playing. But early bird get the worm. We free as a bird. You feel me? See. I'm cooking. I'm cooking, y'all. But yeah, man, you get up early. You know, you get up early and do what you have to do. You setting yourself up for freedom. I guess I never even looked at it like that, honestly, but that's crazy. That's crazy. You're free as a bird. Early bird get the worm. You get up early. You setting yourself up for freedom. Like, bro, I'm blowing my mind right now. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I was getting some gas from Buc-ee's. If y'all from Texas, y'all know what Buc-ee's is. You know what I'm saying? That's some real Texas type shit. But I was getting some gas and I'm just walking like head up. Y'all know me, stomach in, shoulders back, chest out, head and chin up everywhere I go. And I'm just like, bro, I'm really in a predominantly white neighborhood. Like, and I was just thinking about, you know, just walking around with my I'm proud, man. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of my DNA. I'm proud of who I am. I've never been ashamed of being black, ever. Like, I embrace that. And then I was just thinking, I'm like, bro, like, you could not do this back in the, like, let's just say, like, the 50s or the 60s. You try walking through a predominantly white town, not just neighborhood, town, and see what happened to you. And then you look like you proud, too? Man. But, it just, I was thinking about that earlier, and I'm like, man, like, hats goes out to my ancestors for real. They did their thing so that I could maneuver through this life with, you know, I know there's still racism out there, but as long as it's not directed, it ain't respected. It ain't respected in general. Being racist is that's hatred, but um honestly rather a white person not fuck with me if they really don't fuck with me than play like they do. I can't stand fake shit. Like, I can't stand when people smile in your face, but then they honestly don't like you. Like, bro, if you don't like me, you don't have to do all that. But yeah, I'm rambling now, y'all. Um, we truly are free as a bird. We can do anything we want in this lifetime. You already know we got to put our mind into it, though. We got to put our faith, our whole faith and spirit into whatever we want to do. And ask and you shall receive. You free to do whatever you want, man. Whatever you want to do in this world, you got it. Let me think of a thumbnail. Let me see. I guess I'll just hit them with the... Yeah. All right, man. So I'm going to catch y'all in the next video, which is tomorrow. Y'all already know. I'm going to holler at y'all.